Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. From the 36, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Giants at 13-2 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
31's the mic. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
2 times. 4 down. 31's the mic. I got him. Check 31. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Free. Under crunch.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. For a lot of people, the MVP award means the quarterback award usually. But over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run with Barkley. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards on the ground. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to Robinson now on first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
No, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Now Jones. Here's a diving catch right side. A gain of 22. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Well, now heavy pressure by Washington, and they block it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
2nd and 6. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some...
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night, and off we go from MetLife Stadium.